this to me is the same fight. And I've decided to devote my life to making sure that reason and secularism and their cognates, democracy and civilization, are not destroyed in this way, that the victory goes instead to our side. Voila.
There was a fashion at the time for what was called Clinton hating, and often took a rather paranoid form. I didn't regard myself as part of that. It was contemporary. And for the president, I'm not quite sure what the word would be. Because you see, I'm a single issue voter, and on the main point, which is the incompatibility between us and any totalitarian or terrorist system or state, I think he's essentially right. I mean, I think he feels that has to be fought. I don't think he's particularly good at doing it, but that's a second-order question for me. And of course, I do have disdain and contempt and sometimes hatred for his awful piety and for his silly blatherings about faith, as if faith was a virtue in itself, which I simply don't think it is. If I come to you and say, hey, I'm willing to believe a whole lot of extremely important claims without any evidence at all, now will you respect me? I would say no. I would expect the answer no if I was saying it myself.
There's no need to dehumanize people who are set on dehumanizing themselves and on the murder of others and on a cult of death. There's no need to they've done all that for them. So.
But what do you
like someone once accused me of trying to assassinate his character, and I said, no, your character committed suicide a long time ago. They've done the dehumanizing work for us, thanks, and they are fellow primates. Of course, there's no question of redefining them as another species, but there is a very important question of whether we intend to assert our own values as superior to theirs and as worth defending against them. And Christianity, with the sickly relativism that you've stressed so often this evening, disarms us for this very important struggle. That's why the Archbishop of Canterbury is this week groveling at the feet of the mullahs in Iran, saying we should leave them alone and must try not to hurt their feelings, as he groveled at the feet of Saddam Hussein, as actually every Christian church has been doing in the recent past, saying, well, you know, faith is better than no faith. Any faith is better than none. They all agreed to condemn Salman Rushdie for blasphemy, rather than the people who tried to kill him for money, for writing a novel, for example. They all condemned the Danish cartoons because blasphemy against any faith is an offense to all.
Could I interrupt you here?
Okay, well, this is very serious, ladies and gentlemen, because this stuff could kill you. Okay?
Yes, I've heard you yourself at one of my own conferences.